Hi there, I'm Andy Falco, D'Addario artist and guitar player with the infamous Stringdusters, and I'll be here talking a little bit about a few positions on the guitar and how I like to connect them. We're going to start with the open position area scales that I might use. Basically, the best way to find the notes, I think, in any scale or any position is if you're playing flat pick guitar or fiddle tunes or whatever, the best thing to do is to learn the melody first and foremost, because all the notes will be there, and you can learn a melody in open position and various other positions around the neck. But there are, certainly scales and common licks and stuff that you find in these melodies. So without going into specific melodies, I'm just going to be playing sort of scales that are typical in a bluegrass sort of setting. So I do a lot of using what's sort of like a hybrid major scale with some flat sevens. It goes like this. And from that scale, you could also add the blue notes. To get your blues licks. So there's one area where you can play in an open position to sound, bluesy sort of. Now the next position, a lot of people when they first start playing rock guitar or blues guitar, they learn that, I guess. So I use very similar type of a scale, just with a few modifications. And from that scale, I mean, you don't usually want to play a solo and just go up and down scales, but there's a lot of licks associated with that scale, and that's where you get the so it's a similar type of tonalities and bluesiness as the open. Now the third place that I play commonly is up in this G chord that's sort of a C position. And this one I tend to use a lot of more the major sounding. But you can also get bluesy with it. The way you can connect them all is if you're playing a regular pentatonic scale. Is an interesting way to sort of get from connected. And basically, to get back down, you can use the open notes inside of a specific lick. So, for example, one way to get down, say, from this position up here down to open, and that open string gives you a moment to get back down to your open position. So I'm using that open G on this lick instead of to give me a second to bring my hand down. Alternately, you can use slides to get back down. So say that would be to get down to just the next position. So might be. So I'm sliding to the next position, another slide. Now I'm using that open string again to get me back down to the open position. And I think a great way to find that stuff on your own is to sort of, if you have certain licks that you play in these positions, find where there's an open, you know, like in this case, there's a lick. So there's a G note, which is the same as this open G. So there's how I can find that lick to get back down to open position. And you can find your own just by finding open strings inside of your own licks, which is even better.